From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. Today is not technically a First Alert Weather Day, but there will be an increased fire risk for both today and tomorrow. And we're going to be cooler as we head into the weekend, but triple-digit heat looms for next week. There will be some little chances for mountain or valley thunderstorms for Monday through Wednesday. So kind of the storylines that we're tracking over the next few days. But let's take it back to this morning. Right now, you're taking a live, beautiful look at the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. It's going to be a lot of fun on the river for this weekend for the water follies. Winds for this morning, not a factor for now, but they will be picking up later in the day, especially after 2 p.m. That's going to factor into the increased fire risk. Look at these temperatures this morning. A very interesting spread for lower elevations. 56 in Yakima, that's cool. 73 in Walla Walla, that's warm, I would say. So a 17-degree spread for lower elevations. Your day planner forecast for today by lunchtime up into the 80s, and then most lower elevation spots should end up in the 90s at the peak of daytime heating. But more heat, bigger heat looms as we head into next week. So I'll tell you just how hot coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Strahan, Good Morning Northwest. An early morning shooting leaves one person dead in Pasco. We have the details and what investigators are saying so far.
Plus, a man violates a protection order after breaking into a home and assaulting the victim, where officers found him and the felony charges he now faces.
And back to school just got a little easier for some families in Yakima. How a generous donation is giving students the strong start they deserve. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Thursday, July 24th, and we want to start this morning with some news out of Pasco.
A crime alert out of Pasco. That's where a homicide investigation is currently underway.
Here's what we know so far. At least one person dead. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia was on scene and has the latest details.
Just before 2:30 Wednesday morning, Pasco police responded to a home at the corner of West Murray Street and North 20th Avenue. A call came in saying a person was unresponsive and needed help. When Pasco officers got to the scene, they quickly contained the area around the home and began investigating. As of 11 a.m. Wednesday, the scene is still very active.
So we'll be out here for an undetermined period of time. We do have northbound 20th closed between Octave and Henry. So if you're in the area, be prepared that there may be some traffic congestion.
One person was found in the home suffering from gunshot wounds. They died at the scene. Lieutenant Groom with Pasco Police says there isn't much more information he can release at this time, but they are working every angle.
Washington State Patrol's crime lab has come down and is helping processing the scene, and we are very grateful for their support.
I did ask Lieutenant Groom if they have any leads on suspects or if anyone has been arrested.
This is an active investigation. I can't provide any details on that.
Lieutenant Groom says if you saw something or know anything, say something.
We can only process what we can find and what we know. So when people come forward with information that helps us, even if it's small information, it may put us on the right track to getting to what the truth is.
Pasco Police says if you believe you have information regarding this case, please call the police department at the main line and ask to speak with Detective Lee. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
We'll, of course, continue to follow the ongoing investigation as well.
And you can find those updates on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com.
6:03 and new this morning, a Kennewick man is behind bars accused of violating a protection order and assaulting someone that he was legally ordered to stay away from. Police say 33-year-old Tanner Morton forced his way into a home on the east side of town yesterday afternoon. It was a home that he was not allowed to be within 1,000 feet of. Investigators say there was enough evidence to show that Morton assaulted the protected person, continuing to attack that person for quite some time before taking off. Officers were able to track him down hours later at a location on West Clearwater Avenue. He was arrested and booked into the Benton County Jail, now facing felony charges of burglary in the first degree and domestic violence order violation.
Taking a look at local living, if you're planning to hit the parks or take the boat out during this Water Follies weekend, you'll need to change your plans a little bit. Public parks and trails along the Columbia River in Kennewick and Pasco will be closed to bikes and pedestrians, and this as the 60th annual Tri-City Water Follies is taking over both shorelines. So Columbia Park in Kennewick is now closed from the Blue Bridge to Edison Street. That's until Sunday night at 7. On the Pasco side, Wade Park Road from the Blue Bridge to Road 60, that'll be closed Saturday and Sunday. And heads up to boaters, the Columbia River itself will be shut down in that area from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That starts tomorrow through Sunday. And back to school season can be stressful, especially when it comes to making sure that your kids have everything they need.
Stressful, expensive.
Oh, yeah.
There's always something you forgot. One Yakima school, though, they're getting some help this year thanks to a very generous donation. It's taking some pressure off the families and giving those students that strong start that they all deserve.
So through a new partnership, Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary School in Yakima is receiving 600 brand new backpacks and a $500 gift card from Costco.
District leaders say that the donation will help ease a big burden for families who are already stretched thin and also sets these students up for success on day one.
And it's all part of an ongoing effort to ensure that every student feels confident, prepared, and ready to learn.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, backpacks are always the exciting part about going back to school.
Oh.
You can get a little character, you know, your favorite one. You
Exactly.
Get
It like sets your vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only because then when you're a kid, you're like, oh no, the ads are here. And all
I
that.
know. And
that
you know,
part's
buying
fun.
pencils and glue sticks isn't that exciting. But anything you put your own little flair on, like your backpack or
Yeah.
you're
Organizing it, and then it just becomes
all the
unorganized at first,
organization.
at least for me.
Oh, yeah, I know. I have a feeling that'll be Jackson. His backpack will be just like, you know,
Loose papers?
chaos.
Oh, okay.
But then Riley's, hers will be like, she'll
Yep.
probably have like a file system in it.
I like that.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, the man convicted of killing 4 college students out of Idaho learned his fate. But what happened in the courtroom is really what is making the headlines this morning. We have those emotional moments next.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Allen Brecky Law Offices is a Tri-Cities-based regional law firm which emphasizes the rights of accident victims. If you've been injured, get a free consultation from the people who live and work right here in our community.
The fireworks don't stop on the 4th. McCurley Subaru's Red, White, and Vroom sales event is lighting up July with explosive savings. As the largest volume Subaru dealer in the area, we've got the inventory and the deals. For the first time in a while, get low financing, like 1.9% on the 2025 Outback and Crosstrek. Don't wait. Save today and keep the Red, White, and Vroom spirit alive all July long. Only at McCurley Subaru, your way home.
The Blue Compass RV All-American Summer Road Trip is on, with new RVs starting at just $97 a month. Plus, they all come with a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Big country, big adventure, big savings, only at Blue Compass RV.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Call Vance when you need a friendly, reliable electrician. We'll keep your home safe with electrical services and equipment upgrades. Save $50 on any electrical service. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Summer love for young and gold.
Paradise!
Bachelor in Paradise, new Mondays on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City. Look and feel your best with cosmetic dermatology services.
Who says you have to wait for snow to get the best piano deals of the year? Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos is unwrapping Christmas savings in July. Free delivery and setup, and a holiday songbook so you can practice Jingle Bells by the pool. Save on select uprights, grands, and digital pianos. And if you wear a Santa hat, we'll reward you with an extra discount. Christmas in July at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, where music is always in season.
Allen Brecky Law Offices is a Tri-Cities-based regional law firm which emphasizes the rights of accident victims. If you've been injured, get a free consultation from the people who live and work right here in our community.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. There is an increased fire risk for today and tomorrow. Part of that, or one of the ingredients, I should say, will be the heat. So let's talk about that. Well, first, let's talk about it. It's going to be a sunny day. Could be a little bit of haze downwind of this fire that obviously is cooking in Klickitat County right now, but now on to the heat, as we're also going to be cooking out there, as we'll be a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. So that means low 90s in the Kittitas Valley, but mid 90s in the Yakima Valley, between 95 to 100 in the lower Columbia Basin, and then low to mid 90s for the Blue Foothills. For tonight, mostly clear skies, could have some haze. Again, downwind of the fire in Klickitat County, but some of that getting streamed into Hermiston, Walla Walla, and Dayton. We'll show you that with Futurecast here in just a second. And overnight low is going to be mild with 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s up in the Cascades, and 50s for the Blues. Okay, here's Futurecast upper level wildfire smoke, and you'll see as we head into this afternoon, that's when the fire in Klickitat County going to start to flare up again. Winds, at least in this neck of the woods, going to be out of the south and west. So that means that the smoke plume is going to get streamed up towards the north and east. So we could see some subtle reductions in air quality for Hermiston, for Walla Walla, and up towards Dayton. It looks like for tomorrow that cycle is going to be exactly the same. But back to the fire start risk for today, as I'll touch on just how dry the vegetation is and just how strong the wind gusts are going to be for both today and tomorrow. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 6:10 now, and in your national headlines. Justice handed down in a case that has gripped the country, hitting very close to home here. 30-year-old Bryan Kohberger has been sentenced now to 4 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole.
Plus an additional 10 years for burglary, and he was also ordered to pay nearly $270,000 in restitution, and that's to the victims' families.
Beyond the legal consequences, though, what really stood out were the powerful and emotional moments inside that courtroom.
From victim impact statements to Kohberger's own expression or lack thereof, our very own Austin Reed has all the details on what unfolded during the sentencing.
You didn't win.
Raw video capturing the concluding remarks of Olivia Gonsalves, Kaylee's sister, one of the 4 college students brutally murdered, which prompted applause during Bryan Kohberger's historic sentencing hearing on Wednesday.
No one is scared of you today. No one is intimidated by you. No one is impressed by you. No one thinks that you are important. You orchestrated this like you thought you were God.
You could even feel the emotion outside the courtroom.
We stayed in line all night because we thought it would be important as college students, especially at the University of Idaho, to come support the families and the victims, especially to those close to us that knew the victims, to be able to support them and support these families in person instead of just watching a live stream. I think it means more.
Kohberger, who pleaded guilty earlier this month, avoided the death penalty as part of a plea deal in exchange for a total of 4 life sentences and the waiving of all appeal rights.
And I don't believe there's anything that would come out of his mouth that would not further victimize the families.
The state saying they offered this plea to avoid years of appeals.
In exchange, the parties stipulated to recommend a sentence.
Benjamin Mogan, the father of victim Maddie Mogan, delivering a victim impact statement.
Maddie was my only child that I ever had. She's the only great thing I ever really did.
Steve Gonsalves, the father of Kaylee, saying Kohberger united the community in, quote, disgust for him.
You're not worth the time, the effort to be remembered. In time, you will be nothing but 2 initials forgotten to the wind. No visitors, nothing more than initials on an otherwise unmarked tombstone.
And as for any kind of remorse from Kohberger,
you have an opportunity to make a statement if you wish to. I take it you are declining.
I respectfully decline.
Silence.
So with his life behind bars now secured, the focus shifts onto what could come next.
Attorneys and investigators are pushing to unseal some key court documents that could answer some lingering questions about motive, evidence, and what led up to the brutal attack.
Yeah, some of those documents have already been released, but there are so many more that could follow that as well. So we're keeping a very close eye on it. We'll keep you updated on the developments as things continue to unfold. But it was a very heavy day in that courtroom yesterday.
From Kaylee Gonsalves Gonzalez's sister, Olivia, just so powerful.
It was. Her whole family made statements, and all of them were powerful. And everything, you know, you kind of saw the gamut of emotion from, of course, sheer sadness of
all sides of it,
losing someone, to anger and kind of everything in between. So it was a lot to unpack in that courtroom, but they all had their chance to express their emotion and be in that space for a minute. Yeah. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, we're going to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. We'll have your full first alert forecast as we give you that live look outside from our dust levels camera in Pasco. It is 14 minutes after 6 on this Thursday.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Due to recent supply chain delays and clearance items stacking up in the warehouse, this week all Walker's Furniture locations are having an emergency inventory liquidation sale where you can save up to 70% on all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
New inventory is on the way, so we're clearing space and passing the savings on to you. Plus, special 5-year financing was brought in where you can save now and pay over time with no minimum purchase required.
During the inventory reduction sale this week at Walker's.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social. We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's tooth fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's one of the world's largest dams, and it's on our own Columbia River.
Largest dam in North America, and we love it. Where else do you get to see that?
The Grand Coulee Dam.
Sun, beautiful, beautiful open spaces.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, hairstylist Jonathan Van Ness.
Your glam is so pretty.
Oh my God, the glam! Plus tips for taking the best summer photos.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have an increased fire risk for today and for tomorrow, so let's show you everything that goes into that. First of all, again, it's going to be hot out there. Will be a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Vegetation going to be critically dry in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin and for lower elevations. Then you factor in the wind gusts. Could be a little bit breezy for this morning, but the wind's really going to ramp up after 2 p.m. And across the map, we could see gusts between 20 to 40 miles per hour, but especially windy in the Morrow County foothills and in the Kittitas Valley. So in these conditions, fires could start or spread quickly. Then for tomorrow, thankfully a little bit cooler. Seasonal highs for late July, so we'll be in the 80s and 90s for lower elevations, but unfortunately vegetation is still going to be critically dry for the valleys, for the lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue foothills. And the winds are, in essence, going to be just as strong as they'll be for today. So across the map, 20 to 40 mile per hour gust. And once again, after 2 p.m. is going to be that main time frame. So once again, fires could start or spread quickly. Thankfully, we're not going to be as breezy or windy for Saturday or Sunday. Also, we're going to be a little bit cooler. So excellent weather for the water follies. A great weekend to get out to the river and enjoy all the festivities. that short-lived little cool down is going to be exactly that, short-lived, as we'll heat it back up for next week. Looks like probably the hottest day next week going to be Tuesday. It's still 6 to 7 days out, so this is subject to change. But for now, models are going with highs between 100 to 103 for the lower Columbia Basin, around 100 for the valleys, mid to upper 90s for the foothills. So we'll continue to keep very close tabs on that. Also, there's going to be this little chance for lightning in the mountains and the Kittitas Valley for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we always also keep very close tabs on the lightning potential, especially around this time of the year, especially given how dry the vegetation is out there. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Hot, dry, and breezy today, cooler into the weekend, and triple-digit heat looms for next week. In Yakima, increased fire danger today and tomorrow, cooler Friday through Sunday, then heating up to around 100 next Tuesday and Wednesday. In Ellensburg, windy over the next couple days, so watching the fire start potential closely. Same deal with that chance for lightning next Wednesday. In Hermiston, an uptick in the fire risk Thursday and Friday, then tracking the possible return of highs in the 100s next week. Finally, for Walla Walla, cooling down into the weekend, but fairly close to 100 degrees by next Tuesday.
Looking good for Waterfallies weekend.
Seasonal temperatures, not too hot,
Yeah.
not too shabby.
Perfect weekend.
Yeah, perfect weekend.
In my opinion, yeah.
Thanks for that.
Of course.
Thanks for giving us that
All
perfect
him.
weekend.
My 2 cents. I'll be here all day.
All right, 6:20 still ahead here. In your entertainment headlines, rumors have turned to reality. Fleetwood Mac fans are going to want to stick around because the iconic duo Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham are releasing a one-of-a-kind album.
Ooh, details coming up in just a few minutes.
The pursuit of happiness starts with a good night's sleep.
It's your patriotic right to get fantastic savings on premium quality mattress sets.
We source from local manufacturers to get the finest quality and comfort at the lowest price.
During our Patriot sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like $3.99 for a queen-size Sealy plush mattress.
Or an adjustable bed for $9.99.
To celebrate, come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
So why don't you speed? I've had one too many close calls on the road, and then I learned the facts.
It's dangerous to drive too fast.
It's true. 1 in 3 fatal crashes involve speeding.
This is our neighborhood, too. Most people try to be safe, but speeding is dangerous.
You know, the faster you go, the longer it takes to stop.
The faster you drive, the harder you'd hit someone. That driver gets it. Slower speeds save lives.
Please drive the speed limit so everyone is safe.
Together, we get there.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back. 6:23 in your entertainment headlines this morning. A doctor has pleaded guilty to 4 counts of supplying ketamine to the late actor Matthew Perry.
Yesterday, federal prosecutors said Salvador Plasencia now faces a statutory maximum sentence of 10 years in federal prison for each of the counts. That Plasencia is one of 5 people charged in relation to Perry's death, and he'll remain free on bond until sentencing.
He has indicated through his attorneys that he intends to surrender his medical license in the next 6 weeks.
As you may remember, Perry passed away in October of 2023. He was just 54 years old. LA County Medical Examiner's Office says he died from acute effects of ketamine and subsequent drowning.
Looking to music now, big news for Fleetwood Mac fans. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham are releasing a reissue of their first and only studio album.
The news follows days of speculation. We just talked about it last week, saying there could be something brewing.
Oh, yeah.
The album, called Buckingham Nicks, came out in 1973 before they joined Fleetwood Mac.
The album has not been available on music streaming sites and is a rare vinyl find, as it's been out of print in any format in the U.S. for more than 4 decades. Buckingham Nicks will include an earlier version of the song Crystal.
And the album, with 10 newly remastered tracks, will be reissued on CD and digitally on September 19th.
Okay. And we are also seeing tributes now pouring in from all over the music world after the passing of legendary rocker Ozzy Osbourne.
Fans in Nashville got a surprise at Coldplay's concert Tuesday night, a different kind of surprise.
We'd like to dedicate this whole show
last time
to the incredible genius, talent and characterful gift to the world who was Ozzy Osbourne.
Very classy there by Chris Martin. He paused mid-show to honor Ozzy, dedicating a song to him before the band launched into a powerful cover of Black Sabbath's Changes from 1972.
And it wasn't just Coldplay. Lady Gaga also paying her respects just hours after the news broke as well.
During her Mayhem Ball tour stop in San Francisco, Gaga opened her jacket during the final bow, revealing a shirt with Ozzy's name across the front. Then she and the dancers closed the night to Ozzy's hit Crazy Train, which I think is my favorite song by him.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's like the most well-known.
It's a good one.
So.
Yeah, no, and I mean, that's just 2 of so many people who have come out and shared memories and stories and just highlighted the icon that he was in music.
I love seeing the clips from the show.
Yes.
A long time ago.
Oh, I do too.
Such a character.
The legacy is going to live on.
Absolutely. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Yakima County has some of the lowest voter turnout in the state. Why officials are concerned and what they hope to change this election.
Plus, some free fun for the whole family today. The Reach Museum is throwing a birthday bash, and you're invited. All the details are coming up in your next half hour.
The Blue Compass RV All-American Summer Road Trip is on, with new RVs starting at just $97 a month. Plus, they all come with a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Big country, big adventure, big savings, only at Blue Compass RV.
Feel the electricity this summer with a new Honda. Let a great deal take you further. Whether you choose an electric Honda or a hybrid. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get at 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic Hybrid sedan.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1-hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
The accident happened so quickly.
I had no idea what to do next.
Instead of going through it alone,
I found hope.
With Abeda Nelson.
For over 40 years, we've helped families navigate the complicated legal process.
Getting the care and settlement you deserve.
Abeda Nelson took care of everything.
So I could focus on healing and getting back to my life.
Abeda Nelson took my injury personally.
Accidents happen. Compensation should too.
Abeda Nelson, we take your injury personally.
The Blue Compass RV All-American Summer Road Trip is on, with new RVs starting at just $97 a month. Plus, they all come with a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Big country, big adventure, big savings, only at Blue Compass RV.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News now, first alert weather.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here on this Thursday for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
It's going to be a hot weekend, and there's a lot going on this weekend. Like waterfallies out in the park, but I like how it's not hundreds.
Yeah, well, you just wait for next week because we're probably going to be back into the 100s, at least in the Tri-Cities. But hey, a little break. Yeah. Well, that makes one of us up at the desk. All right, so that felt a little disrespectful. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at our 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel.
You know it takes more than that to offend me.
I know. Just making sure everything's squared away. Okay, so forecast high yesterday at 94, verified at 95, so the jackpot went up to 125. And then for today's forecast high 97. If it verifies between 94 to 100, then the jackpot's going to go up to 150. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, today is not technically a first alert weather day, but there will be an increased fire risk for both today and tomorrow. So we'll talk about some of the ingredients that are going to factor into that here in just a second. But first, I wanted to show you a live look at Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of the First Alert Weather app, which you can download for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Plenty of sunshine out there already. There is some light haze up in the skies, but we're not seeing any big time reductions to air quality. Wind gusts light for now, but after 2 p.m. they're going to ramp up, and that's going to factor into the increased fire risk for both today and tomorrow. Also, it's going to be fairly toasty out there for this time of the year, a few degrees hotter than normal. Already a very interesting spread of temperatures this morning for lower elevations. 56 in Yakima, but 73 for Walla Walla. So a 17-degree spread of temperatures this morning. Your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities, almost sunny and 75 around 8. Going to be into the mid-80s at 10, and then a lot of 90s after that. So for today, for lower elevations, all of us should end up in the 90s. Plenty of sunshine out there, and I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's toasty Thursday forecast that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we begin this half hour of news with a follow-up to a story that we first reported on just yesterday.
The Yakima Police Department is investigating a deadly shooting that took place at a well-known park in the area.
Officers were called to Miller Park just before 6:30. Where they found a 35-year-old man with a gunshot wound. We are told that Yakima fire crews did try to save his life, but unfortunately he passed away from his injuries.
This all happened near the playground and splash pad, areas that are normally filled with children at this time of year. Our team spoke to a 13-year-old girl who was at the park, and she tells us she now feels uneasy coming back even in broad daylight.
Kind of felt like a little bit unsafe because there's a lot of people here, homeless people, and you don't really know their intentions and stuff. So it kind of scared me, but knowing that someone got shot here is kind of lowers the safety that I have here.
Now the Major Crimes Unit is handling this case.
If you have any information that could help police, you're urged to call them right away.
The primary election ballots in Yakima County are in voters' mailboxes, but elections offices don't think that the turnout's going to be very high. The county has historically had some of the lowest voter turnout rates in the state. In the last primary election, it had the third lowest turnout with 33%, just ahead of Adams and Franklin counties. The elections office is predicting 25% of Yakima County voters will cast a ballot this time around. The office has taken some steps to try to increase turnout and also really wants to encourage people to take advantage of their right to vote.
We've had many elections where the final tally has ended in a 1-vote difference or a tie even. So 1 vote does matter. And like I said, it's important for their voice to be heard.
Now voters have until August 5th to postmark their ballots or turn them in to a drop box.
And taking you now to Connell, where voters still have a big decision to make. More than 1,200 ballots were sent out to residents, and this is for the City Council Position 1 race, which also serves as the city's mayor. Voters will choose which 2 candidates will move on to the general election this fall, and officials say turnout in Connell is already outpacing their primary numbers from last year. They're also reminding people that no matter what time of year it is, these races matter.
We hold elections on a regular basis here, and they're to make important decisions in different positions in everybody's communities at varying levels.
Ballots must be turned in or postmarked by 8 p.m. on Tuesday, August 5th.
Turning now to state news, Senator Patty Murray is warning new tariffs on Canadian imports could have serious consequences for Washington's economy. In a virtual roundtable yesterday with Canadian officials and business leaders, Murray said President Trump's proposed 35% tariff could hurt trade, jobs, and even small businesses across the state. She pointed to agriculture and manufacturing as some of the industries that may be hit hardest. We asked the senator what she has to say to people in our area who support the president and tariffs.
What kind of message would you want to kind of say specifically to them?
I think it's really important for everybody to understand that these tariff wars that the president has put us into, especially with Canada and a friend and ally and a partner, is costing them. Their prices go up. Their access to products gets harder. Their jobs could be impacted.
Canada is Washington's second largest trading partner. Supporters of the tariff argue they would protect U.S. industries and bring jobs back to the states. The new tariffs are expected to take effect August 1st if re-implemented. 6:36, taking you to Richland, where the Reach Museum is celebrating a major milestone today, and you are invited to the party.
Today marks 11 years of the Reach Museum, and admission is free all day long. So visitors can explore hands-on exhibits, join family-friendly activities, and even take part in scavenger hunts and arts and crafts.
Yeah, there's also a little explorers drop-in session at 10 a.m. plus beautiful picnic spots and river views to enjoy, whether it's your first time or your 100th time through. It's a great day to discover the stories, science, and landscape that make the Tri-Cities so unique.
Happy birthday to them.
Yeah, we went there for one of our son's field trips. His class went to the Reach Museum, and I was a field trip mom. And so it was really fun. They have so many fascinating, just historical exhibits, and it really just gives you
seasonal ones. It always looks like so much fun.
Yeah, it gives you a really good insight into what our area has and all the things. Yeah, no, it's great, and it is a beautiful place to go. Grab a picnic and have fun with kids. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We are taking a deeper look at how one local soccer team turned last year's loss into this year's national title, and also what's next for them.
But first, Josh will be back with your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. We'll be right back after the break.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra. Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances. Visit neurostimtms.com or call to schedule your free consultation now.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge.
With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
A new head coach and a new attitude, but it's still the most exciting game in the Pacific Northwest. Oh my! Seattle Kraken hockey returns this fall to Apple Valley News Now, your exclusive television home of the Kraken.
Next live, hairstylist Jonathan Van Ness.
Your glam is so pretty.
Oh my God!
The glam!
Plus, tips for taking the best summer photos.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bimar. A beautiful look at the valley and the ridge this morning, and just some hazy sunshine out there. There will be an increased fire risk for today for all lower elevation spots, as it's going to be breezy / windy, and the vegetation is going to be critically dry. And also the vegetation is going to be stressed out by the heat. In the Tri-Cities, we're going to end up in the mid to upper 90s for today. So obviously if you did need a coat for this morning, it would be in the very early morning, but by 8 this morning, and after that, it's going to be all t-shirt weather. So here's your zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County. Mid-70s up towards the pass, low 90s in the Kittitas Valley, and we'll have gusts anywhere between 25 to 40 miles per hour, the strongest gust being in the Kittitas Valley. Then in the Yakima Valley, these gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour. High is going to be in the mid-90s. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, pretty close to 100 degrees, especially up towards the Hanford site. And the winds here gusting between 20 to 30 miles per hour. Then for the Blue Foothills, especially windy for the Morrow County foothills. Those gusts up around 35 miles per hour. Not as windy for the rest of the foothills or the Blues, but still there's going to be an increased fire danger, at least for lower elevations. But 90s up and down the foothills, and then 70s and 80s up in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. I'll show you the specifics on just how critically dry our vegetation is for today and tomorrow, and the wind gusts for today and tomorrow. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 642, talking sports now. The Tri-Cities U15 NLTC soccer team are national champs after winning the National Premier League Finals in Denver, Colorado.
Woohoo! So last year, the team made it to nationals but lost in the quarterfinals. Seeking redemption, they found it in the championship victory over Montana Surf.
Two players from the NLTC made the all-tournament team. They were the only team to have multiple players be honored for that award.
We were hungry. I think everybody was hungry. Everybody wanted it. It kind of goes back to last year being eliminated in the quarterfinals. Everybody felt it, and we wanted the win no matter what, at all costs, and we did what we had to.
The U15 team weren't the only ones to succeed at nationals. The age group below the U14 made the championship game in their bracket, but took home second place.
Congrats to them.
Woohoo.
I know. I just love seeing all of our athletes around our area do so well. We have so many
good ones.
Incredible
and
talent.
They were hungry, so
yeah, they were.
I'm glad they got it.
They ate and left no crumbs. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And we give you that live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. It is 6:43 on this Thursday, and Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will be back with your full First Alert forecast as we make our way into Water Follies weekend.
US Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time.
Best deals of the year.
My favorite season of the year.
Why? Is it the flowers, honeybees? Mud. See, Bronco and Bronco Sport make every adventure more epic.
Because they come with GOAT modes. Goes over any type of terrain. Like
mud!
We sure do like mud.
Lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
So why don't you speed?
I've had one too many close calls on the road, and then I learned the facts.
It's dangerous to drive too fast.
It's true. 1 in 3 fatal crashes involve speeding.
This is our neighborhood, too. Most people try to be safe, but speeding is dangerous.
You know, the faster you go, the longer it takes to stop.
The faster you drive, the harder you'd hit someone. That driver gets it. Slower speeds save lives.
Please drive the speed limit so everyone is safe.
Together we get there.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Well-qualified buyers can get 4.9% APR for 60 months on all 2025 Silverado HD pickups when you finance with GM Financial. See your community Chevy dealers.
Hey there, cool cats and groovy gals. Looking for a place where the good times roll? Cruise into Town Square Adult Day Center in Kennewick, where the jukeboxes jump in and the vibes are always good. Games, music, laughs, and a crew that treats you like solid gold. Way more fun than sitting at home watching the tube. Don't be a square. Make every day a blast from the past. Check out our early enrollment specials. Town Square Adult Day Center, where feeling young at heart is always in style.
Summer love for young and gold.
Paradise!
Bachelor in Paradise, new Mondays on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City. Look and feel your best with cosmetic dermatology services.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Again, an increased fire risk for today and tomorrow. Let's show you all the ingredients that go into that. First of all, it's going to be hot out there. Will be a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Vegetation going to be critically dry, especially in the Cascades, the upper Yakima Basin, the valleys, the lower Columbia Basin, and the Blue Foothills. Factor in the wind gusts could be a little bit breezy for this morning, but they're really going to ramp up after 2 p.m. Across the map, gusts between 20 to 40 miles per hour. So in these conditions, fires could start or spread quickly. Then for tomorrow, thankfully a little bit cooler, pretty seasonal for late July, so 80s and 90s for lower elevations. But unfortunately, the vegetation is still going to be critically dry for lower elevations, and the wind gusts, in essence, going to be just about as strong as they will be for today. So across the map, 20 to 40 mile per hour gust, and once again, it's going to be after 2 p.m. That'll be the main time frame. So once again, fires could start or spread quickly. But hey, how about a little bit of good news in the forecast? Like I mentioned, cooling off into Friday, even cooler for Saturday and Sunday. The breezes are going to go down for Saturday and Sunday as well. So it looks like it's going to be an excellent set of days for the Tri-City Water Follies, so definitely get out there to the river and enjoy all the festivities. That cool down that I mentioned, it's going to be pretty short-lived as we'll heat things back up fairly quickly into next week. Tuesday looking like it's going to be the hottest day. Now this is still 6 to 7 days out, so this is subject to change, but for now it looks like highs between 100 to 103 for the lower Columbia Basin, around 100 in the valleys, mid to upper 90s for the foothills. And that is going to coincide with some lightning chances that we'll have for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. This is mainly going to be up in the mountains, but for Wednesday, that could slip down into the Kittitas Valley. Anytime we have lightning in the forecast around this time of the year, we watch that with great concern. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Hot, dry, and breezy today, cooler into the weekend, and triple-digit heat looms for next week. Excuse me. In Yakima, increased fire danger today and tomorrow, cooler Friday through Sunday, then heating up to around 100 next Tuesday and Wednesday. In Ellensburg, windy over the next couple days, so watching the fire start potential closely. Same deal with that chance for lightning next Wednesday. In Hermiston, an uptick in the fire risk Thursday and Friday, and tracking the possible return of highs in the 100s next week. Finally, for Walla Walla, cooling down into the weekend, but fairly close to 100 degrees by next Tuesday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, what's behind Florida's string of summer shark bites?
I was just about to get it unhooked, and she got spooked and started flailing around, thrashing. She went upside down, and then she just kind of rolled.
This is the moment diver Jeff Joel was bitten by a lemon shark. Joel was trying to free the shark from some diving gear. He received 40 stitches, but Joel says he'd do it again, speaking out to GMA.
Anytime I see some, a shark or any animal in distress, I'm going to help them. I know the sharks pretty well. I've never been bitten by a shark, and I've been around them, bull sharks and everything. I mean, at least a dozen bull sharks at a time, and they never had an issue. This was just something where a shark was scared.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on these shark encounters and hear from the survivors. With your GMA First Look, I'm Victor Oquendo, ABC News, Miami.
The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like I was losing interest in the things I love. Then I found a chance to let in the light.
Discover Caplyta. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Caplyta is proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2 depression. And in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, and dry mouth. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor how Caplyta can help you let in the light. Find savings at Caplyta.com.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:52. It's time for your morning sprint. We're starting off with your national headlines. Columbia University has reached a deal with the Trump administration to settle allegations that it violated anti-discrimination laws. Under the terms of the agreement, Columbia will pay the government $200 million over 3 years. The university will also pay an additional $21 million to settle investigations.
And in your business headlines at 6:52 this morning, a new report suggests the pay gap between CEOs and their everyday workers is bigger than ever. To match what the average CEO earned in 2024, the typical U.S. worker would have had to start working before the American Revolution. CEOs at the top 500 public companies last year took home an average of $18.9 million. That's 285 times what the typical worker earns.
In your health news, a new study suggests that you might not need to hit that 10,000 daily step goal in order to improve your health. Researchers looked at 31 different studies on the impact of step count on your health, and they found those who walked 7,000 steps a day were 47% less likely to suffer an early death.
It's good to know. There's only so much time in a day, right? In your sports headlines this morning, some Clevelanders may have done a double take on Lake Erie Wednesday morning, spotting a barge with a giant orange tarp shaped like a football helmet.
Oh.
Huh. Well, that's cool. I like that. Turns out it was a teaser for the Cleveland Browns and their latest look. The team just unveiling a brand new Alpha Dog uniform. It's a combo featuring an all-brown helmet and jersey. Fans will see it in action during 3 home games this season against the Packers, Dolphins, and the Titans. I'm so excited for football season. It's almost here. I know, I love it. All right, 6:53, taking a look at the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. And we start in Pasco, where police are investigating a deadly shooting that happened on West Marie Street early Wednesday morning. Officers found a person with gunshot wounds who was inside the home, and that person passed away at the scene. Detectives now asking anyone with information to contact them.
And election officials in Yakima County say they're expecting low voter turnout this primary season. Ballots are out and voters have until August 5th to mail them in or drop them off. And officials say only 25% of voters are expected to take part.
Also in Yakima, Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary just got a major donation, 600 backpacks and a $500 Costco gift card. It's all a part of an effort to ensure that students start school prepared and confident.
And this weekend is the 60th annual Tri-City Water Follies. Reminder that Columbia Park is closed from the Blue Bridge to Edison through Sunday night, and the Columbia River will be shut down for the event from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's Friday through Sunday in that area.
And the Reach Museum in Richland is celebrating its 11th anniversary today with free admission and family-friendly events. Visitors can enjoy crafts, scavenger hunts, river views, and hands-on exhibits throughout the day.
Trending this morning, grab a lime and some salt. Today is National Tequila Day.
Tequila. Tequila is made from fermenting the juice from the blue agave plant. The plant has a core called piña because it looks like a little pineapple.
And did you know that in order to call the resulting drink tequila, it must be made in a specific area of Mexico? That's in the state of Jalisco, along with some production in a handful of other Mexican municipalities.
Okay, so it's kind of like champagne in France.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so tequila has been made for centuries, and long ago it was called mezcal wine. As for how to enjoy tequila, you can...
Well, pick your poison.
you can sip into a margarita or a tequila sunrise, or of course, you know, enjoy a shot of your favorite brand. I do not like tequila. It smells like
tequila.
Death.
It smells like tequila.
In my humble opinion.
Not even a margarita?
Not really. No, I can taste the tequila immediately.
I love like a frozen marg.
Oh, you go frozen?
Yeah.
I like it on the rocks.
Rocks.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially if it's like a strawberry margarita, you start to get some of like the real fruity.
I'm okay with some of them, but
flavors
it's just not my choice.
Just not your jam, right? Yeah.
Tequila sunrise.
Well,
No. But the sunrise this morning looked really pretty.
Yeah, once again, because of that very light haze up in the skies, we're kind of getting the best of both worlds. It's just light enough to where air quality is not being reduced, but there's just enough in the sky to where it makes our sunrises very vivid, and we love to see that. Okay, but speaking of, well, where there's smoke, there's fire, and there will be an increased fire risk for today because of the winds. Now, for this morning, the wind gust's not that big of a factor, but after 2 p.m., that's when the wind gusts could really start to ramp up. This morning, temperatures very interesting. 56 in Yakima, that's cool. 73 in Walla Walla, that's warm. So a 17-degree spread in our temperatures this morning for lower elevations. A little bit later today, a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year, so low to mid-90s in general for our lower elevations, but up towards the Hanford site, we could be pretty close to 100 degrees. So the bottom line for the forecast, increase fire weather risk for today and tomorrow, given the vegetation is going to be critically dry. The wind gusts will be doing their thing. It's going to be thankfully cooler into this weekend, but another heat wave will heat splash for next week. We could be up around 100 in the lower Columbia Basin. Also, these little lightning chances for the mountains and valleys Monday through Wednesday. Anytime we have lightning in the forecast this time of the year, we watch it very closely.
Another heat wave? Oh no. It's coming.
It's coming.
Well, like it's a heat splash.
Yeah.
It's a little
heat
dust up.
I like that.
And chill off with a little
Tequila
spicy
sunrise.
margarita.
Strawberry frozen one.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America's next. We'll be back at 5 with your local news and weather tonight.
Have a great day.